Okay, my recording has started. So we've been through data cleaning process, data transformation process, data modeling process. Yesterday we covered that. So what's the next step? What's the next stage in our data analysis? Who volunteered to tell me that? So that was what I was saying. Today's class is going to be an interesting one. What's supposed to be our next step after our data modeling, data cleaning, and every other thing? What's the next step?
Data visualization.
Yeah, Mary, you got it right. Data
Oh, okay.
visualization.
Okay.
So today we'll be going through data visualization. That's why I said the class is going to be an interesting one, an interactive one, because everyone is going to be part of this class. We have to carry everyone along. We are doing data visualization today, which I feel is actually most people favorite part of data analysis, because that's the end result. Finally, you can show everyone what you've been up to while you're cleaning your data. You'll be able to like now communicate your data to the layman. You can now understand what is happening in your data. You can now make a report out of your data and every other necessary things. So I'm sorry, I don't have a slide to share, but I'll be talking offhand. Um, so so after data cleaning and every other thing, for your data visualization, the first step to it is usually wireframing. And what is wireframing? I'm sharing my screen, right? Let me share my screen so we can start. So after cleaning your data, doing data modeling and every other thing, the first thing you might want to do is wireframing. Wireframing is just the ideation process of you building your visualization dashboard, because you want to know you want to actually know what visualization should look like at the end of the day. So it's really important to always have a wireframe. So so you will know what your end result, what your end point is going to look like at the end of the day. If you don't have a wireframe, you just design your dashboard anyhow. So that is when why people are reviewing your dashboard, they might tell you that you have an alignment issue or color issue and all that. So let me show us what an example of wireframe is. Let's see. Wireframe for data visualization. Let's see what an example of that is, so you can all understand what wireframe actually looks like. So I already done data visualization. Let me try to see if we have this is an example of wireframe. Okay, let me do this before this. Okay, this is an example of wireframe. This is actually for a website, but it can also stand for your data visual. You can always do your wireframe inside. You can use paper and biro, paper and pencil, or you will have a drawing notepad or a tab or anything that you use for your drawing, just for you to draw out how you want your visualization to look like, where you want each chart to be. Okay, I want my bar chart to be here. I want my pie chart to be here. I want to write reports on this side. I want to be seeing my filtering, my filters should be here. My slicers should be at this end. So this is usually what wireframe is about. So the first step is for you to do your wireframe. After doing your wireframe, then you can now move on to choosing color. It is very important for you to have a color palette, a color you want to use, because sometimes when you see some visualizations, you see them, they look like rainbow. That's because probably the person did not even plan ahead what type of color they want to use for their visualization and all that. And the best place, or might not be the best, but for me is my best, and most people that I know that also into data analysis, the most places that we go for our color palette is color. this is what the website look like. Color. Please, can we all still see my screen? Kindly let me know.
Yes.
Okay, so this is color. Color will get, you can see the super fast color palette generator. So you can always come here to see what type of color you can use for your visualization in case you are not really good with color. Because I know some people that are not good with designing and all that. So you can actually start generating your own color by yourself in case any color palette that you see is not actually suiting to your own taste. You can easily create your own color palette, or you can explore trendy palettes already. That is color palettes that are already done by some people. You can see, so when you come here, this is the color X code. In case you want to go back to your Power BI or anywhere you are doing your visualization, you can always come copy this color X code. So you'll see how to do this while we go on to where you actually need to do it. So you always have to choose a color palette to work with. It is really important. It is very important. It is very important. You need to have a color at hand. You just don't start visualization, and at the end of it, you now start thinking of, oh, what color do I want to use? Some people use color that don't even correlate with one another. So you can always come here to this site to choose color that you will use for your visualization. We will still be coming back here to choose the color we'll be using for our visualization as we go on. Also, another thing, when you see some so after you choose your color, or after you even do your wireframe, you might want to see, okay, what are some other people work on? That might help you build your creativity idea as well. In case you don't even know how to go with your wireframe, you can just come on Google and check data visualization templates, data template for dashboard, or anyhow you want to search it. You can just come to images and just check and see how others have actually that have built some dashboard in the past. You can always come here to check for idea and how to build your own. So we can all see this. You can see this. You can see this. So you can just, okay, I'm going with this. I'm going with this. I'm going with this. So you choose this. Then with this, this can even aid you doing your wireframe. While you are doing your wireframe, it can also even aid your color palette as well. So you can there's always templates for anything you want to build. So this helps you with your alignment and your color choosing as well. So with this, you can actually know what to do. You can always go ahead and all that. So let's see this for example. You can see this particular chart as icon inside and every other thing. Sometimes while you are building your charts, you might want to add icon and you don't know where to get icon from. There's a website where you can get icon from. That website name is Freepik. You might need to create an account. So Freepik is where you get quality icons, images, or anything that you might want to add to your visualization just to make it aesthetically pleasing to the eyes and that. So you can just come here, for example, maybe you want to see money icon in case you are working on money and on a chart that has to do with money and that. So you can just come here, search, choose icons that you feel like, okay, I want to work with this icon, this particular one. You can just click on it, download it, and you can always bring it into your Power BI as you are working. These particular ones are for pro. If you want to use it, you have to make payments for. There are some that are actually free. Anyone that does not have this gold crown, it's actually free. Example is this. So this is really the basic things that we usually have to do before we actually deep dive into building our visualization. We need to know after doing our data cleaning, modeling, and every other thing, the background work, the transformation, you go on to building your wireframe. That was the first thing I talked about. Maybe you want to check templates first before you go ahead to do your wireframe and that. So after doing your wireframe, then you can then go back to the color website, like I said. check for color palettes, and that is really, really important because you don't want to work in the dark. So you know what you are building ahead of time, not after you do your visualization. Then you are now thinking of, okay, what color do I want to use? Or sometimes the company you might be building it that, but for if it is not a personal project, they have their own business color. So you might want to use that company's business color in case it is not a personal project. If you are building it for a company, always make sure you use the company's business color to work with, and that also. Okay, we'll be moving on. I'll open my Power BI now. We'll be talking about charts and different types of charts that we have and the right time for you to use them. We have a lot of charts, and sometimes most people misuse these charts. This is our chart of various type of charts here. I might not be covering everything, but I'll be covering the ones that are really important. So the right time to use each chart and the differences between them, and that. So we have, for example, this is a stacked bar chart. A stacked bar chart, you use this when you are trying to compare two categories of things using bar charts. Like maybe there is gender, there is, as we are going on, you'll see it. Maybe there is gender, you have male and female, and in a particular department, and you want to see, okay, this particular department, what is the distribution of this gender in this department. You can go on and use stack bar charts and stack column charts. The difference between this is that one is vertical, one is horizontal. So they still both do the same thing, just that the way they are laid out, it is just different. This is also cluster. Cluster bar charts is almost the same thing as stack bar charts, but they are not the same just because this one they are stacked on one another, while cluster is going to be separating them. As I said, that in case you have a gender, maybe this particular place that's very blue, you have female there, and this white part, you have male there. But for cluster bar charts, this place that is showing blue might be the old for female, and this place that is showing white might be the old for male. So we have column and bar as same thing. It's just the way they are laid out that is actually different. And we also have the 100% stack bar chart, and we also have the 100% stack column chart. You use this to and the right time to use this is when you have like 5 or more categories to compare. So you can actually use bar charts for that. Also, we have line charts. The best time to use line charts is when you are doing something that is related to dates or time series, like it is being called. So when you have things to work with that has to do with days, time, or period, the best time to use line, that is when you can use line charts. You don't use bar charts when you are working with time series or you are trying to visualize the sales of products between a particular year and a year, or between months and all that. The best time to use that is when you have to use line charts, because a line chart will show you the visualization in the right format, show you how it is going up and down, and that. So it is the best time to use line chart during your time analysis series. Also, area chart is the same thing as line chart, just because the difference is that area chart you usually have the space filled with color. Like you can see it here. This places here are white and that. But for area charts, you see that it is filled with color, and that instead of the space being just white, it is filled with color. So that is when you use you still use area charts when you are using line charts, and that stacked area charts is just the area chart is, instead of showing them in single line, they are both stacked together, showing this thing in one line, but being stacked on one another, like as English says. Sorry. Line and stack column charts. This is usually a two-axis charts. Probably you're trying to visualize the same thing or two different category using just one chart. In case you want to see the time series, then you use the line chart to represent that. But you also want to see the category, probably between that line time series, you want to see the manager that is performing better. So you can also bring in your bar chart to also visualize that. It's just you visualizing two different things using one chart. So you can use line chart and bar chart at the same time. This is almost the same thing as well. It's just that as this is task, this cluster, like I said. Ribbon chart is usually sorry, let me Google that. I'm sorry, because I think I've forgotten how to go about that. So this is what a ribbon chart looks like. Say they are just evolution of stack area charts and are particularly useful for spotting trends, understanding rack volatility, and analyzing relative performance over time. So I believe it's also worked as line chart as well, since it works with time series also. So like the definition is it's just for you to spot trends, and that probably you can see this purple one here. At a time it was low, then it came up, then again it went lower. So I believe that is what ribbon chart is as well. Going back to our Power BI chart, um we have waterfall. Waterfall chart is more or less like bar chart, but it is just going in form of um up and down, just like your line charts, but it is in form of a bar chart. That is what waterfall looks like. Let's see what waterfall looks like. Um, so this is what waterfall looks like. So instead of line chart, we just maybe start from this point, then go up here, probably come down here, then come like this. But this is actually representing the data in form of bar. So it is useful for understanding our initial value. For example, net income is affected by a series of positive and negative values. You can see probably when it was at green here, it is positive, it is going up. But right now, let me zoom in and see. Let me zoom in. You can see why it is positive here. It is showing it is green, so it is starting from this point, it went up, but here when it is red it came down, and also it is red again, so it's coming down. So sometimes it's just a I usually say it's just like a line chart, but showing in form of column or bar charts, and so that is what waterfall chart actually looks like when you use it. Also, we have funnel charts. Funnel chart is it is used when you want to like sorry. You also use funnel charts when you are trying to compare data by ranking them. So it shows the highest rank might come up here, then followed by this also. So let's check what funnel chart looks like as well. So this is what funnel chart is like. A common use for funnel charts is this. So this is funnel chart. Okay. Using Microsoft Learn, we want to use funnel chart. This is funnel chart. So the highest ranking is showing 268. We have 268, 94, 74, 37, 14. So it is just informal. It looks like a funnel. So it is going from the top to the lowest, and you can always make it come from the lowest to the top as well, depending on how depending on how it is. So you can always actually come to use these particular resources to check your visualization and when and how to actually use them. So this is funnel charts and when and how to use them, chart progress of sequential data through at least 4 stages, calculate and track things, track conversion and retention rates. So because we have a lot of things to do, I don't want to waste too much time on this actually. So we have pie charts, donut charts, tree map. These three things are usually they work in the same way, just for you to like categorically visualize your data. I usually say when you have maybe like 2-3 data to compare, that is usually the best time for you to use pie charts or donut charts, because when you have like 4 or 5 or more data to compare categorically, when you use pie charts or donut charts, this tends to look like color wheel, like I usually say it. Let's Google what bad example of pie charts looks like. Pie chart and donut charts are almost the same thing. It's just that pie charts usually have a space in between. Look at this chart here. So the person is trying to like compare like over 10 things. So this is looking like color wheel, like it looks like color wheel. This is really a bad example of pie charts. So you can see them, a lot of them like that. They are really bad example of pie chart. This is a bit of good example of using pie charts, because you are categorically checking like 3 or more data to compare with one another. This is also a good one. You can see 1 and 2, so you can easily see and know what is happening here. But these ones that they are looking like color wheel, you don't even know what is happening there. When you see it, you just be like, what is this? So for this best, for if you have a data like this, I usually advise people to use bar charts and just maybe see the top 10 the most important metrics for you to see. If it is the top 10 you want to see, or the top lowest, or the lowest bottom, or maybe the mid, that's when you can use maybe bar chart and that. But don't use pie charts for anything that is more than 3 categories if you are trying to like visualize your data. So for if you have like for you to use tree map, you can still compare like 5 or more chart or more with tree map that actually cover up what pie charts and donut charts cannot use. Also, we have map. We all know what map looks like. If you want to compare your maybe you have a location data where you have the geocode, the latitude and the longitude. Then you can now use maps for the visualization and that. Also, we have gauge. I'm sorry, I'm running through this because we still have a lot to cover today. We have gauge, we have card. You can usually use card to represent when you have maybe a single number, or you want to check a total amount, or you want to know your KPI and things like that. That's when you get to use your card or KPI. And we have slicer. Slicer is usually more like filter in Excel. The filter in Excel is called slicer here in Power BI. So it's just for you to like filter your data to check based on whatever you slice on or you filter on. Also we have table and we have metrics. So table is usually in form of your normal row and column, just the way it is, nothing special. So that's usually what table is. But you can do your sum and you can do calculations on table as well. And same thing as matrix and that. This one's an AI visualization. We have key influencer, the composition tree, Q&A. We have a question and answer, smart narrative in case you want to, after visualizing your data, you want to know the report. So this can easily help you to like write a report on a particular chart that you've used. We have R scripts. If you know how to write R, you can use the R to like build a chart in Power BI. We have Python as well, paginated dashboards, Power Apps, Power Automates, and metrics as well. So these are all the visualizations. Also, you can always come here in case there's a visual you like, you saw online, and you know what the name of that visual is. You can always come here to get more visual, but you have to be signed in for that to work. You can always come to Microsoft packets, like I will say. So these are the charts that are not in there automatically. You can always come here to check for a chart. In case you know the name of the chart, you can just come here to search for the chart and just download it. You can down this is word cloud, and we have Sankey charts as well. We have radar charts. So you can always come here to download the special charts that we don't have default in Power BI charts as default. So you can always come here. There are lots and lots of them. You can always come here to just download a particular one. You can see waterfall charts. Case there's a special one you want to use. You can always come here to come and download as long as you are signed in. So that's that on charts and when to use them. So right now we'll be going on to build our visualization. We'll be building a visualization. So I'll be using a new data today. I will share the data with us, but I want us to know that the data that we've been working with, I believe everyone has that data because it was shared with us on our Discord channel. So that is going to be our project for Power BI session for Power BI class, as today is last day for Power BI. So that's data that we've been using in the last class is going to be our project for Power BI. So for that today, I'll actually be using a different data entirely just to show us how to build our visuals, how you can then do every formatting and every necessary thing. So we'll be using this HR data. Let me show us what it looks like. This HR data to build our dashboard today. So we have our attrition and every other thing that the HR department usually work with. So we'll be building that HR data today. So before we go on, like I said, today's class is going to be very interactive. I want you guys to actually pick the color that we'll be using for this visualization. So we'll go on to color. So we have our palettes here, and that so which palette are we going to go with? So let me come back to Teams. Let me see how the class is doing. So which color do you think we like I said, please, I don't have access to the chat. I don't know what happened. Like, see if I click on chat, you can see you can't send message and all. I will have to into that later. So I don't have access to chat like I said earlier. So you need to raise your hand and speak to me if you want to talk to me. So Sadiq, I'll be allowing you mic. Pirabo, you have access to mic earlier. So I want you guys to choose the color we'll be using for this particular chart. Sorry, that's what we're trying to build.
Okay.
I Sadiq, I Pirabo. So,
Good afternoon then.
good afternoon, Sadiq. I'm
I'll
sorry, my name is
prefer
Esther. I know you guys will be seeing Datakliq. My name is Esther, in case you don't know my name.
okay, good afternoon, Esther.
Okay.
Well,
Good
I
afternoon,
would
Sadiq.
prefer we use blue, not a very deep blue, or we should just go with this palette on the second row. No, 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 no.
Yes, sir.
Nope. You've passed through it. Just scroll up a bit. A bit. Yes, the one in the middle or the one towards the right. No, 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 no.
This,
The one with the green. The
this,
second one. No.
this,
Yes, yes,
this,
yes. Or this.
both of you.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Hi, Kirabo. Do you have other another option you want us to go with?
Yes, please. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Esther. I'll
Good
choose
afternoon.
option 2.
Which one? This
Up,
particular one?
up. The second one,
Okay.
yeah, the second one.
This one.
On the first row. The first
This.
row.
This.
The second one up on the first row. Yeah, that one.
This.
The
This,
second
right?
one on the first row. Yes, that one.
This is the first row. Oh, okay. So I'm used to Excel way. So in Excel, this is row and this is column. So when you're telling me the second one on the first row, I'm definitely going to be picking on this. So this is column. You can tell me the first one on the first column. Okay. So you want us to use this, right?
The one that has sky
So
blue and pink.
this, okay.
Yes, that one.
I go with it. Okay. So okay, so and you want this Sadiq, we are not having a middle ground here. So based on the type of data we have with us, we have an employee data, and sometimes employee data is usually gender based. So for that reason, I might actually want to go with this because we have blue, we have pink, so it's a bit gender based and that. So I might want to go with this. I'm sorry, Sadiq. Maybe another time we can always go with your option. Um, so we go into our Power BI. I'll try to bring in my data. I want to check what my data is in Excel format, not CSV. So yeah, I'm gonna Excel workbook on my desktop. Yeah, Excel data. So there's the actually, the data is very clean, so we don't need to do much of data transformation and all that. The data is clean already, so I can just close and apply. So going on, based on this, based on our data that we have, let's see from the data group. So we have attrition rate, business travel, age group, attrition label, the department, education field, employee number, and so on and so forth. We have so many things and that. So we'll be building our dashboard based on this. We'll be answering some questions for the business from an HR point of view. We'll be starting with our card visual. Let me see. So these are the columns that we have in our data. These are the columns that we have in our data. Let me zoom in a bit so we can always everybody can see this, I believe. So these are the columns that we have in our data. The first thing that we would like to see is overall employee. Okay, how many employees do we have in our business and that? So we might just come to employee count. Let me choose a card visual just because we want to see just a number of employees. So I'll just pick a card visual and just click on employee. I'll just check it. Just to let us see the total number of employees. So in this business, we can see that we have 1,470 employee in this business. So we can go ahead and format our card. Can go ahead and format our card. Okay. We don't want this to be showing right here. So we can just come here and add a title to our visual. So what should our title be? Our title can just be total employee. Can just do total employee. So so when you choose your card visual and you come to your format pane, so this is where you start doing all your formatting on how you want your card to, your visual or your chart to look like. So we have our total employee. Okay, I want it to be in the middle, so I put it in the center, and that's first let me just resize it. So that total employee, we have that. In case you have a particular font you want to work with, you can just come here, choose the font that you want to work with, but always make it professional, depending on the type of data you are working with or the type of industry you are working with. Some industry allows you to go fun. You can always have fun with it in case you are working in the entertainment industry. So you can always go fun with it. So we have that. You can always change it in case you want to increase the font and every other thing. You can always come here to increase the font. Let me change it back to 13. You can change your text color from here. You can choose blue or any other color you want to work with. So I'm going with black. If you want to change your background color as well, maybe you want pink for this total employee, you can always go there and change the color for your title field. But I don't want any color. I'll just leave it like it is. Also, your callout value. The callout value is usually this. How do you want it to be displayed? That just the way it is. Maybe you want to change the text color. Maybe you want it to be in pink. You want it to be in black and that. So, for that, I'll still leave it in that the way it is. Maybe you want to have decimal places. You can also choose. Maybe you want one decimal place and every other thing. But just because it's the whole number, the decimal place is not going to work for me, so I'll just leave it back at 0 the way it is. So you can always come here to do that and do every other thing here to format your data. So there's usually some icon here, export data, remove and all that. Sometimes you can, if you click on export data, you can export the data in form of Excel and that's remove, spotlight, format, this as well, filter and all that. But I don't want that. So I'm just going to leave it as white. So this is what is supposed to be showing. So I'm going to leave it the way it is as well. Icons. What icons do you want to see? Every icon has their usage. So you click on the icon you want to see, the visual information and all that. So if I click on it, it's going to show me what each visual is doing. Also, you have alt text. Alt text in case the person that might be viewing this chart in the future might be visually impaired. So you can just put it there. So this is what alt text is used for. Inside a description that will be read by a screen reader on selecting the visual in case the person is not seeing it. So you can just write it that total employee count is total employee count is 1,470. So the person will know that okay, this is what her total employee count is, and the person can just move on without having any issues with that. Also, we have advanced option, maintain layer order and all that, but I will leave it the way it is. So this is what a card visual actually looks like, category level. I don't want to see it there just because I already have my total employee as the heading. So I don't want to see this there. So I can just turn it off and just go on. I can close this pane because I don't need it for now again. So I can just definitely resize this. If I'm fine with the way it is, I can just go on and create other metrics I would like to see again. Also, as HR person, you always want to see your attrition rates, and the way attrition actually means people that have left your company and that. So if I want to see attrition rates, I don't think in this particular this data set we don't have our attrition rates. This is just attrition level and attrition. The attrition here is just in form of text, so it's not going to be counting. Sorry, I think we still need to do more formatting here. Yes, format. I actually also change up. I think I went over this. First. I'm not sure. This, this was about what I was going for. So you can always come here as well. Visual border in case you want your visual to have a border. Also, want a rounded corner. Let's do a 5px for a rounded corner. Do you want a shadow? So this shows like this. In case you want a shadow, you can actually also add color to your shadow. In case there's a particular color you want to work with. Is it pink? Is it purple? Any color you want your shadow to look like, you can always use it as well. But right now, I think we might be turning it off for now, so we can actually move on. So that way, we also want our next metric, like I said before, we want to check our attrition count. So for now, we don't have attrition counts. So I'll just come to transform data. So based on this, I want to ask a question. We don't have attrition count, but we would like to, in form of number, we have our attrition in form of alphabet, which might not be giving us what we actually want. We want our attrition to be in form of number. So I would like to create a new column showing my attrition count in form of number. So what will I do from here? I need someone to answer that question because I was actually the one that actually took this particular step class while we were doing Power Query. So what do I do from here? What do I do? What do I do? Curable. Okay, Emmanuel, you have your hand raised. You have your hand raised. Please, I need answer to that. I need the answer. From here, how do I go on? I want to create a new column. What do I do, please? We have a lot to cover.
Maybe we can encode.
We can what? What do we do? I want to add a new column based on from there, like using this attrition column, and I need to create a new column. What do I do next from our Power Query editor? What do I do? Please, Abisola, if anyone is raising their hand and they're trying to speak, kindly let me give them mic, please.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, from what I'm seeing, you say how can you add another column to this attrition label?
Yes, yes.
Um,
Using this particular column that we have already. I
okay,
want to
using
build on
this.
this column, attrition
Okay,
column. So I want to use attrition column to create a new column.
you can use split column.
If I split column, what am I going to do?
Ah, okay. Like, sorry, I want to ask, like this attrition column now. Like, what do you want to? Like, you say you want to add another
So
thing,
I
like
want to add a
other.
new column. So this ones that are in yes, I want yes to be showing 1. If it is no, I want it to be 0. So what do I do?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so as not to waste our time, we have a long way ahead. I'm just going to come to add column. If you want to create a new column, you always come to add column. Like I said in that Power Query class, I can remember I took that class myself. You use transform to like to transform an existing column without creating a new column. Anything I do here will be reflecting on this particular column. But if I use add column is going to create a new
Hey,
column
FP,
entirely.
Alpha.
I'm
Okay, we are
Please
coming.
mute yourself. Thank you. Kindly mute yourself. And based on what I said, I want to see. I want to make yes to be 1, and I want to no to be 0. So that's the conditional column. So I'm just going to click on conditional column. And what is my new column name? I said I want to create an attrition count column. So I'm just going to call it attrition count. So if attrition equals to yes, I want it to be 1. But if it is not yes, I just want it to else 0. So it is as easy as this. So this is how you create a new column using conditional format. So if attrition, the column attrition it's equals, you can always say it does not equal or begins with or anything you want to. So what value? If it's equals to yes, I want it to be 1. Else, if it is not equals to 1, just make it 0. So I just click on okay, and automatically we have our new column here. You can see if I check here at the end, you can see that yes, no, yes. So that should be 1010000. So we can see it at the end here that it is also the same thing that is happening here. So we have 1, we have 0, we have 1, we have 000, like we were saying. So now we have an attrition count. The new column has been created for us. So that's how you create a new column. In case you don't have the column the way you want it to be, you can always create a new column based on an existing one. So I just close and apply. So I can always just duplicate this particular charts that we have already, and instead of me doing new formatting and all that, so I can just like duplicate this. So we have a new this is the attrition count table that I just created. So I can just uncheck this and just check the attrition count. Attrition count. So let's try to create a new table, a new chart. that's supposed to be showing this number and not 0. So artificial count. Items per time, that's artificial count. It's showing as first for I want to see it as from the telecommunication application to account distance. Start. Sorry, I'm trying to see. We have more than 2 artificial here. So as not to waste our time, let me try to see another one. Let's create a new table. Create a new measure. Variables. From here, so I'll come back to see how the attrition count is supposed to be like. So for us to move forward, let's create attrition rates. This attrition rate is going to be based on our attrition count. So it's going to help us check if our attrition count is actually working very fine. So for us to count our to know what our attrition rate is, so we'll be creating a new measure. To create our new measure actually creates like a new column, but we'll be using that to create this and not Power Query. So what are we trying to create? We are trying to create an attrition rate. So our attrition rate is equals to sum of, it's going to be equals to sum of attrition count divided by our employee count. Oh, sorry, divided by sum of our employee count. It is going to be in percentage. So we have our attrition rate here because it is in a new measure, so that is why it is showing this calculation here, because it's a calculation. So if this works perfectly, then we need to know. Oh, I can't see this thing. Oh yeah, I remember why it is not working. I'm so sorry. I just remembered now. So our attrition count is in text format. It's supposed to be in whole number. Yeah, it's supposed to be in whole number. I'm so sorry. I just remembered now. It's supposed to be in whole number because it is a number. So that is why it has been giving us that error. Smallest thing can actually always make your analysis to go wrong. So now we can now do our attrition counts. So our attrition count now, yeah. So we have our attrition count. So that means since we started this business, we have a total of 1,470 employees so far, but 237 of them has left us. So let's edit this like to be our total attrition so far. So as total attrition. So far in our business we have 237 employee that has left us. So we can now check for our attrition rate. So out of our 237 that has left our company from the 1,470 employee that we had so far, what's the rate in percentage? So that is the reason why we did the attrition rate for us to see this in percentage. I think I might have to do this again actually, because it is actually still showing in form of the text column. So I'll just create a new measure. Our measure name is attrition rate. So our attrition rate equals to sum of our attrition count, always close your bracket, divided by sum of our employee count. Once you have to change this format to percentage, our attrition rate should be in percentage. So far we've had 16% attrition rates. Also we should format the title. to attrition rate. Attrition rate is 10% so far in our business. Also, what else can we see in our business? Okay, so far we had 237 people that have left our company. But the management want to see the active employees, that is the number of employees that we currently have in the company. I know, yes, they can easily do 1,470 minus 237 to get the active employee, but most of the time when you are in this type of meetings, nobody has time to do doing calculations. So everything that you know that you are going to need throughout the meeting should be on your dashboard. So I believe that we don't have active employee on our table, so we will have to create a new measure to know the total number of active employees that we have in our business. So I'm going to be creating a new measure again. So what am I going to name this measure? I'm just going to name the measure active employee, or can be employee still in business. So it can be anything, just to like clearly communicate what you mean to the stakeholders. So for me to know the total number of active employee, all I just need to do is to just sum of employee count. That's my total number of employee count, close your brackets, minus the sum of the attrition count, just for me to like minus my employee total number for my attrition number, attrition count, and close my brackets. Yeah, so we've created active employee measure. I can also control C, control V, just to like use this particular card again. I don't say attrition rate here and to know the number of active employees. So we have 1,233 employees active in our business right now. So I'll just change the name to active employee. So I know the total number of employees that we have currently in our business. I think I might need to reduce these cards because I still have more metric to show using my card, and I want all my card visual to just be in one place. I don't want them scattered all around, so that I want everything just in one place. Yeah. So Control V again. Our stakeholders want to know the age range of the people that we have in the business, like how old are they? Do we have more of Gen Zs? Do we have the millennials and all that in our business? You can see what I'm doing here. Like your dashboard needs to always align with one another. This particular one, okay, is aligning with this. It's really important, like it's important to have the dashboard aligning with each other. So this helps you. This that I'm doing right now is just a way of me aligning my card visuals with one another. Yeah. So what do I want to see? I actually want to see my the age range of the people that I have in my business currently. So I can just come here. I think I have I have the age level somewhere. So this is the age. Okay, yes, I'm on the right tab. So just want to see the age. Right now, this is showing me the age of everybody summed up, but no, that is not what I want to see. I don't want to see the age of all my employees summed up. I just want to see, you can see it is summing up their age. No, I just want to see the average of their age. So you can just come to aggregation here, and just click on average. Minimum that you want to see. That means who is the what's the age of the who has it. So that means we have an employee who is 18 years old. Also, what if I want to see the employees that is the oldest? I can just say maximum. That means oldest person in our company is 60 years old, but I just want to see the average of everyone's age. What is the average age of everyone? So I can just come on and click on average, and that will give me the average age. That means all our employees, the average age of everybody is 37. That is the average of age of everybody in our business. So right now, we can see that I need to also change the name of this. So average age of employees. I just say average age of employees. Average age of employees. Also moving on, what are other metrics that we can see? Okay, we've created all our card visuals. We have the total number of employees in our business. We have the attrition, the number of people that have left our company. What is the rate of what is the attrition rate? What is the attrition rate? What number of active employees do we still have in our organization? Also, what is the average age of everyone in our business? And we know that the average age of everyone in our business is 37. Also, the next thing that we might want to see is, okay, these people that are leaving, what department has more people living in them? Like, what department is everybody living? Like, let us see. So for that, we might want to just use maybe let's try to use pie chart to see that. Okay, so I clicked on my pie chart in order for me to see that. Okay, can see I make sure that this is actually aligning. I didn't do this or anything. So you have to actually be very, very careful, be conscious of your alignment and all that. So if you actually think you are not good with that, you can just use the grid line. You can see there's a grid line that you can use as well to actually up with your alignment and all that. So this is actually another option to go with in case you really don't know if your alignment is good or not. So you can just turn on your grid line from your view, then you just turn on the grid. So you can just place everything in between the grid just to make sure that, okay, everything is fine. But I'm just turning off my own grid and going back to, that just came through my mind just to let you know that there is something like that in Power BI for you to work with. So we have our alignment. So for our alignment, I just want to see, okay, what department are people leaving the most? Okay, for me, I can just bring in departments, that's the legend. I want to know which department people are leaving the most. Okay, we have just the department, we have HR, we have R&D, and we have sales. Okay, okay, what is the attrition count for me to know which department people are actually living the most, and just bring that into value for me to see. So from here, I can see that this is R&D. Most people are actually living R&D and sales departments. HR departments has the lowest attrition rate so far. So then we can know that, okay, it's something happening in R&D that is making people leave. Why are people leaving our R&D departments. While we have so much attrition from that department, then you might want to have a meeting with the department, let them know, to ask them, and for you to know what the department is going through, and that we will still come back to work on the colors much more later. I just want to like build the dashboard first because it's really important. It's already 3:21 and we still have a lot of ground to cover. That's the most important one. Let me quickly create a background for a visual border just to separate this particular visual from others so I can know where it's starting and where it's ending. That's okay. So moving on, I want to create a star column chart just to see here. My star column. What do I want to see with my star column? These questions, you would have written them out. Just know when you are starting, while you are doing your wireframe, you are written out these questions to know what questions you want to answer from your data. Okay, for my star column, what do I want to see actually? I want to see employee age by their gender. Okay, this gender, we have more people of this age category and all that. Also for my x-axis, I can just bring in my age group because there's a group where people are in between under 25 to 30 and all that. So my employee count as well is going to come in for me to know, for it to like count the number of people in each age group. So we can see this is going on already. You can actually leave this the way it is if it answers the question to if it answers your question. So we know that from 25 to 34 people, from 25 to 34 years of age, we know that we have 554 people in that group. For 35 to 44, we have 505 people, and from 44 to 54, we have these. For people under the age of 25, we have just 97 of them, and for people over 5, we have 65 of them. So we get so that we actually have more of people between the age of 25 to 34 years of age, and that actually answers here as well. We can see that our average age of our employee is actually 37 years. So it is very clear that it is very obvious that we have people of more age in this age group. That is actually helping us know, okay, we have more people between the age of 25 to 44 years of age. Also, we actually want to see them based on their group, based on their gender, sorry, based on their gender. Okay, for us to do that, I can just bring my gender to legend because I want to see them based on their gender. So now we have them stacked on one another. So that means from the age of 25 to 34, we actually have 337 years age of people. 337 people between the age of 25 to 34, and we have 217 between the age of 25 to 34. So and that also answers for every other age group as well. You can also format this as well the way you want it to be like, and in case you want data label, you can bring in your data label, but always know the right time to bring in these things to your data. So you can always do this, bring in your data label and every other necessary things. I want to add visual border again, just in order for me to like create a border around the chart. Moving on, what else will we like see? I would like to reduce this a bit. Still like data, one more chart to this part. So okay, I want to know, what are people satisfied on their job? It is really important for HR to know that the people in the organization are actually satisfied with their job. They love what they are doing and all that. So for that job satisfaction, we would like to use the matrix table. I'm just trying to make sure that we use as much type of chart as possible for us to see what these charts are actually doing, what they can be used for, and that okay. Yep. So for our matrix charts, we would like to see how happy people are in our business. Are they happy coming to work? Do they love their job and every other thing that might be measured while they are doing their job. So I want to see their job role. What are they doing? What are they doing? Okay, healthcare representative, human resources, lab technician, and that for me to know if they're happy or not. For columns, that is when I bring in the job satisfaction. Okay, this job satisfaction is rated in two formats, in four way, from lowest to highest. These 2 to 3 people are maybe like neutral or okay, job is okay. So if this number one is showing people that are really, really not happy on their job, and for number four is showing people that are extremely happy on their job and that. So I also want to check the employee count for me to know the way people are actually happy on their job, the number of people that are actually happy on their job. And I also adjust this so that it can fit in with the table. Move on, select formats, size and style, just add visual border for me to see this. So with matrix table, you can actually do a lot in your matrix table. A lot, like I can like conditional this to just by looking at this, I really don't know what is happening here. So I might want to like add colors to see what is actually happening in my happening on how people are happy with their job. So I can just add color to it. So you can see just by turning on this, I came to visual from formats, you come to visual, then the cell elements, like to come through, check your cell elements. So I can just turn on the background color. So this background color is showing me that so let's see what it is actually representing. So we can see that maximum, that means the highest level is of the deep blue, the lowest level is just this very light blue. So I want to add mid color for people that maybe they are not happy, they are not sad, they are just doing their job. And just do okay. You can see that we have a lot of them at I get. You can see that these people are a bit happy with their job, with how happy they are doing their job, and these people are not even happy at all with their job. You can see it that way. Then the yellow people are the ones that maybe they are not happy, they are not sad. You can see the count and how they have in on their job. So we can always just the way, like I told you, the table and the matrix more like your everyday day um data role and column in your Excel as well. So you can also adjust this filter. So can resize and do every other thing in matrix as well. You can also contribute. So like this, we get to see what is happening while with people on their job while they are doing their job. You can also change the color and all in the background. Let's see, we can actually quickly do that. We have the false, old elder, like can always walk around it minimal is the default. Can always walk around it just to make sure that it's actually visually appealing and all that. Going on so far, let me take questions. Let's take a break. Let's take questions. I see a lot of hands up. Let me take questions.
Okay, I have a question.
Okay,
Can you hear me?
Mary. Go ahead. Yes, I can hear you, Mary.
Okay, in using matrix, there's no way the people
Yeah.
will able to know what those colors means. Is there a way to put a legend for the colors in the matrix?
So I don't think there is a way to put color, put legend in the matrix. So that's why
Okay.
you can always use color that people are probably familiar with. If your company has a color, and you can always set the color to probably green and red. I guess everybody know what green and red actually really stands for. Maybe people are happy, maybe people are sad and all that. So that's why you can always play around with the color to be able to like combine your color very well. Maybe I want to change this lowest value, I can make it red so that people can maybe I can change this as well to let me check to green. I believe this is a color that people are really familiar with their meaning.
Okay.
So I can
But is
change
it possible for us to see the colors that we actually, started working with from cool colors? Can we
Yes, you
use those
can. You
same
just have to
colors?
like yes, you can use those color as well. You can just like let them know what each color stands for as well. So from here, I guess this actually explains a lot better because everybody is familiar with the code color of red, yellow, and green.
Okay.
And you
All
can
right.
also use any
Then,
color you're working with.
okay, another thing I want to ask is based on the alignment. Yeah, when you do alignment, I
Okay.
notice a red movement, but I don't know how
Like
you do the alignment for it to
so
be okay. Like that is my network.
so
I
that was
can't
why
really see how you're doing the alignment.
okay so this red color and all they are just there automatically. I'm not the one bringing anything or anything. Power BI automatically let me know that okay, this is set. I'm just like using my mouse to move it. If I go up, it's showing me. I'm just using my mouse to move and up. So that was why I actually made sure I showed us this grid line here. You can see the grid line at the background in case you don't even know how to even use the red line to be able to control yourself while you are working. So that's why we have this grid line to also help you as well. The grid line is also another great option to use to go about your alignment. So with the grid line, you know that okay, I'm using just 3 box for my card. So you know that this 3 box is just for your card and all that. So that also helps you with your alignment. Any other
All right.
question? Next person, please.
Thank you.
Abisola, please, can you help me?
Okay, Assumpta, I've given you I've allowed your mic so you can unmute and ask your question.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Oh, okay. My question is actually not based on today's class. I just wanted to know if it's possible to get a kind of outline on each of the courses, like on Excel, Power BI, in general, like to know what our knowledge base should be so far, even though we do not cover it entirely in the boot camp. Because for me, it's seeming like I've still not understood what I'm expected to do at each point in time, based on the fact that the are using, you normally give it to us. As far as everybody has different bases where they might want to go into after now, and this is kind of a general class. So, in our respective discipline or kind of work, is there any particular knowledge base we are supposed to cover in terms of this data analysis? So, I'm just checking if it is possible to get a kind of outline, maybe for personal studies further on after the boot camp and all of that. That's just what I wanted to know.
I thought we actually shared an outline at the beginning of the bootcamp, but in case you missed it or not, we will share again. I believe, Abdullah, did we share?
Okay. I'm not I'm not
Did we
exactly
share
sure.
outline?
I'm not exactly sure, but what I assume she was talking about was more like expectation at the end of each course, isn't it? More like, okay, for Power BI, this is what
Yeah.
you should expected to know. I think that's what she's really asking. So I'm not sure we shared it at the beginning. I can't really show. I'll confirm from Busola.
Okay. Okay, next question, please. We'll share that in case we actually missed sharing it. Next question, please. The last question, please, so that we can move on with service and grounds to cover. Is there any other question? If not, we can move on. I'm like, is there any other person that raised for question?
Okay, so Arafat Ibrahim, his hands are raised. I've given you access to the mic, so you can unmute and ask your question.
Believing that maybe they don't have a question, we actually have to move on. We have less than 20 minutes or so to end this class. Or moving on, let's use bar charts now. I'll just use this particular chart. So we want to see attrition rates based on people's educational field and what they studied and how many of them have actually left. So in case we actually need to employ other people from their course of study to fill up their position, so that will help us as well. So for that we'll be seeing the educational field. Like I said, you want to know people that left based on their course of study and that, and we'll be checking the attrition counts like I said. So based on this, we can actually see. I need to reduce this a bit. Sorry. We can move this up a bit. Okay, I wanted to move this up a bit. That's what I'm doing. So based on this, we can see that people that study life sciences, they are the highest number of people that have actually left our organization, and medical, marketing, technical degree, and other degree as well, human resources as well. They are actually like the highest number of people that have left our company so far. So in case probably we employ people based on their cost of study, we might actually have to put out a vacancy for people in this group of course of study in order to like probably get them back as well. Style and style just have a visual border for that again. to like probably bring them back, and that's I'm just trying to like create the data for the visualization. After getting all the visualization, we can always go back to like editing. I feel that is something we can easily work around. So we just have to create our visualization first, and so that is it. So we can see that based on education, the highest number of people that have left our organization is people that studied life sciences. Also, we would like to see, okay, sorry, excuse me. We've seen that based on age group and gender, okay, we've seen the number of them that have actually left our company. So we would like to see also the attrition rate by gender for the age group. This one, what we are seeing here is the number of employees we have based on age group. But right now, we would also like to see the attrition rate by gender for age group as well. For that, we would like to use our donut chart because we have genders just two. We have just two gender, and the best visual to like to visualize that is donuts. We'll be creating like plenty of this, so that's why I'm trying to reduce the size. So for that, I'll bring in the gender to the legend. Okay, we have male and female. What do we want to see? We want to see the number of them that has actually left our company. So for that, we'll be using attrition counts. Okay, we've seen that based on our data, we've seen that we have the male gender, we have 150 of them that have left, and for female, we have 87 of them that have also left. But we actually want to group them based on their age band. Okay, based on their age band, let's see the age of people that are actually leaving our organization. So for that, I'll be adding the age group. You can see the way our pie chart, our donut chart is right now. It is not looking really nice. It is not exactly the way I want it to look. Let me zoom in. Actually, I think I can zoom in. It is not exactly what we preached because there's a lot of split among the age group. You can see like people between the age of 25 to 34, we have 43 of them that have left. And so nobody can actually have time to keep going through this in number. So that is when we come to use our we can now come to the filter pane to just filter it out. So I will leave this on basic featuring. We can use the top N in case you are doing it based on top 10 or top anything. That's what the top N is used for. And we also have advanced featuring as well. But I will be using the basic featuring for this particular one. So I just want to see this based on age group. So I will be selecting for 25 to 34. Okay, so let me start with for 25 to 34. So this the breakout that we had before is no longer there because this particular data is now just based on people between the age of people between the age of 25 to 34. So we can see the number of them that have actually left our company. So let me just quickly change the title of that so that I don't mix it up. So attrition rate between age 25 to 34. Like that, we get to see the number of people that actually left our company between this age. So we want to replicate this for other age group as well. So I just Control C, Control V again. So I just come to my filter. I just select 25 and just select 35 to 44. And also change my title to 35 to 44. Okay, this is for people between the age of 35 to 44. Okay, I also want to do the same for other people as well, for other age groups. Okay, so the next age group is 45 to 54. 45 to 54. I also want to do for another age group as well. The last age group I did for was 45 to 54. Now I would like to do for people over the age of 55. I would like to change the title of this for actuaries for age for age over 55. Age over 55. Just enter that. Also, I think we've not done for the people between the age of under 25. So now we'll be doing for the age under 25. So age under 25. Yeah. So that we can manage our time. We'll just work more on. We'll be working more on we'll be working more on the formatting of our charts now. Obviously, what we'll be doing next. I'm just trying to like group this. Group this. Materials. Working with format panel now. So when visual borders, so I can see what I'm working with. My visual border. The visual border. Sorry, I can make this smaller because I might have to like create a title bar for them just because I really like to manage my space. So okay. We would like to like create a title So a title chart for all these particular charts so that I can manage my space actually, see what I'm trying to say. So I'll just bring in a text box. So what do I want to write in my text box? I can just say attrition rates by gender for age group Mm. Spread it out. Spread it out. Okay. Let's work on our text formatting. Let me put it in the center. Increase the text format. Let's increase to 20. Yeah, that will work for us. Attrition rates by age group. Let's create a visual background for it. So for that, let's reduce our title here. Let's reduce our title to just show the age group that we have here. So that way we can manage our space. Our legend as well. We can place our legend at the top center so that we can see what's there. We don't need to write because we already know what male and female is all about. Male and female is gender, definitely. This can also work on the rotation in case you're not you don't like the way this is. Like for example, let me do this. You can just change this to like maybe 30-degree rotate it in case you don't like the way it is. You can change to 25 degrees, you can change to maybe 50, so you can see that it's not opposite one another, just in case you don't like the way it is actually. So you can work on your data rotation as well. But I want to do this particular one so that I can show you guys how you can apply the same thing for how you can apply whatever you do here to other charts. Trying to work on the values. So this value can maybe show just number and maybe you want to see the percentage values as well. Okay. Slices. Values. Okay, yeah. This is what I'm looking for. Sorry. Label content. Okay, if we just want to see the data value alone, you can see that this changed to just numbers, showing us the number of people that have left between the age of 25 to 24. We have just 43 of them and 69 of them that have left. In case you just want to see the percentage of them, you can see that we have 38 to 61% of them that actually left. In case you want to see the category and every other thing, just the way this is saying what's the data value and the percent in total. That was how it was before. But for this, I just want to see the data value alone. I want to see the number alone. That's just the only thing I want to see. So for this now, I can just click on this and click on this brush here. This brush here will be able to show I can use this here. You can see that anything, just because I use this brush, I don't have to go all over again and start doing the same formatting that I did here on this. So you can just click on this brush, this little brush at the top here. I can just put it here again, and the same thing will happen. I can just click on this brush again, and the same thing will happen for this. Click on this brush, and the same thing will happen for this. The only thing I just need to work on now is just the title. That's the title. Yeah. So I just need to like format my title. Just the title alone. I just need to work on my title. Yep. So um we might want to create our title for our dashboard as well. So let's just call this maybe Datakliq HR analysis. Let's put text box. Okay, HR analytics. Okay. CV 20. Also want the text to be at the center here. Okay. I want to add folder. So it's a separate here. So that's our title of our dashboard. Okay. Also, we might need to add a slider just to be able to like filter through as well. So let's add the slider to the slider. A slider, like I said, it does the same thing as filter in Excel. So we want to filter slides based on education, what people studied, and I'm sorry, what their level of education. So we can just do this. You can always format this type of slider that you actually want. Okay, okay. If you want a drop down, sorry, a tile, or you want a drop down, so you can always select type of size that you want. So this is just a drop down. Well, I think for this, let's do tile. Let's do a tile. Tile might look good for us. Um, okay. I actually don't need this header, so let me remove the header so you can add more space. Oh, sorry, I'll beg for like extra 10 more minutes so we can actually do all our formatting to show colors and the color we actually selected, how to use the color and bring in at least few icons. Let's quickly work on that. So if I click on associate degrees, I can see data based on our employees that actually have associate degrees. We can see that the total number of employees with associate degrees is just 282. And if I click on bachelor's degree, we have 572 of our employees with this degree. If I click on doctoral degree, we have 48 of our employee with this degree. If we have high school, we have 170 of our employee with this degree. If I click on masters, we can see that we have 398 of our employees with this degree as well. Let's bring in a few icons just to show us how we can actually bring in icon into our chat. So let's go to our icon so we can like download like just 2 or more icons because our time is fast spent. So let's just click icon. Let's click on employee just for us to see. Okay, let me add employee icon because it's just giving the picture for me. I really don't want to work with pictures. I just want to see icon. When you see the one you feel like, okay, I'm comfortable working with this. This is what I want to work with. Then I can actually just use this one alone. I think I'm fine with this particular one. So I can click on download. Let's not click download. So it is downloaded already. So I'll just go to my Power BI. I want to bring in icon insert. I want to insert image. So I can just come to download. I don't know whether I can actually download it. Let me try to find the part where the icon downloaded. So that will make it easier for us to work with. Okay, it came in as a zip file. So let me unzip it. Extract all. Extract it. So this is the particular icon I actually want to work with. Just go with my desktop. So I can come back to Power BI. We go to your inserts. We click on image. This is the icon here. I can just click on open. So I can just resize it to the best size you want it to be. Can actually be like this. Just any size you're actually comfortable with. So that's how you bring in icons, and that's so you can add more icons to your dashboard because time is not on our side anymore. 0406. So we won't be doing that. Yeah, so just to quickly use the color that we chose as well. I just really want to like show us how to change colors. So I can come to slices. You can see that R&D is in blue color, but I don't want that color. I can just come to more color. So let's go back to our color. What color did we go with? Okay, for our R&D, maybe we want to use this color, this particular color. you can just write the X code out somewhere. What's the X code? The X code is CDB4D8. Let me put that for purple. For the pink, we'll be using this particular pink. I don't want to come back here, so I'll just write them out at once. F, F, A, F, C, C. For this particular one, I'll just do A to D to F F. Just write your S code out somewhere, or you can even color. You can even copy it in case you don't need to write it out. Just copy. When I click on it, it's copied automatically as well. So I can just like Ctrl V. You can see it's changed to that color that I actually was the color I actually wanted. Also you can just come back again. Okay, I want to use this color. Click on it again and just click on more color, change it as well. But make sure that you are actually clicking on the particular slicer. I came to slice this on my format pane. See the format pane here. You come to slice this, then you choose the colors that you want to change actually. So for my HR I might go with this particular one, just copy it where it's my card there. And just copy HR again. Click on HR again, click on more color, Ctrl V, that again, but this particular one is not working well because it's not the color is not showing yet. So I might want to go for a bit deeper one, like that. So I click on enter, and that's okay. So like that, I've formatted this particular one. I can also work on my decide to header. I can't say the title. Your header should not be showing some of attrition count by department. And just show work on your title header as well. So change this, remove the sum of. Okay, put it in bold. Maybe you want to change the text color. Maybe you want to use blue or something, but I prefer to leave it as black. So that is the color I'll be working with for this particular one. So that's that for my title. What else? What else can we do? Okay. I think we can work on sizes and this as well. In case you want to change your background color, you don't want your background color to just be white. Can use this particular color. Can reduce the transparency to 50, so it can be more transparent. Because the color is too deep, we don't want that. I can also reduce it to 0, but no, this is not looking good. So I'll just be leaving it as white that it was. I'll be leaving it as white. Okay, I want to use shadow. Sometimes shadow can be cute. So what color? The colors that I've used earlier. Maybe I want to use blue for my shadow. You can use blue. Where do you want your shadow to be? Do you want to be inside the chart, or you want it to be outside of your chart? You can do that. What position do you want it to be? Do you want to be at the center, that it is covering the whole of your chart, or at least just pay attention to this part as I am clicking on it, so you can see what is happening actually. If I want to be at the top, my shadow has moved to the top. If I want my shadow to be at the right, my shadow has moved to the right. If I want my shadow to be at the left, my shadow has moved to the left. So you can always play around it just as you want it to be. I might leave it at center. Also you can do the same thing for this as well. I think this also works as well. I can click on this and bring it here. Shadow will work also here, just in case I don't remember what color my shadow was while I clicked on it. So you can just leave it in here as well. So it will work for you as well. Can also come here. So you can also come here as well to change your color as well. So you just come to um Trying to like change this color from the blues that they are. Okay, yeah. To use the color that we are currently using. Sorry, I'm looking for a lot of things. Power BI is always updating every month, so it's usually very hard to keep up with it. So something might be here this month and they would have moved it to next month. It's not shadow. Okay, female. So for the columns that we want to change the color, so it was formerly on all, but I just want to change the color from for females. This is the color that we were using. So I want to change color from male to I think this was the blue. Yep. So that works as well. And you can also come here so that every color can actually look almost exactly the same. Come here to work on our color as well. The cell elements, our lowest color. Maybe we want this to be our lowest color. Change it. Okay. Highest color. I want the blue to be my highest color. I can just use this actually. But the colors in between, maybe this shade of purple. Just click on OK so that um everything can look aligned, and I actually do the same for our donuts as well for this. So just quickly do this bars. Yep, I'm changing for all category life sciences in case you actually want to like point out life sciences to show that it's actually the department with the highest number, so you can use a separate color for it on its own. So let's do the same for our donut chart here. This is male, blue, female, pink. So I don't have to repeat myself. I just have to take my painter brush here, click on this, take it again, click. Yeah, yeah, clicking on it. I paint a brush again. Okay, for age 25, we have just more of male people that have left. Okay. Yep. So there's a lot you can see actually do with this. You can still play around with it. You can even bring a picture to be your background, actually, the background of your Canva. Let's click on my Canva, format my Canva, my Canva settings, and all that. You want to like change your the type of your Canva. Maybe you want to rearrange it to be 4.3. Anything you want it to be 16.9, which is usually the default. The page information as well. Maybe you have lots of pages down here. You can always play around with this and change. Maybe you have a wallpaper and that's your Canva background. Maybe you want to change the color of your background. Maybe you want to use blue. It's already on 100% transparency. That's why it will not show. So you can always come around and play with it. Maybe you want to change it. Maybe let's change it to this color. Always come around. Maybe it's a picture you will actually like to use for your background. You can always use a picture as well. The picture we actually brought in is here. The fitting is normal. Maybe you want to use it to fit. So the picture will be showing at the background. So you can always come around and play with your Canva as well. The filter pane, maybe you want to change the color and all that. So these are things that you can actually do in to do your data visualization. You can always edit it to suit how you actually want it to be. This is not the best chart dashboard out there. But it's just a dashboard to show us we can always create a dashboard from scratch and how to like work on our show us the basic things that we actually need to know while we are working on our charts. For this, we've actually come to the end of Power BI. Sorry, one last thing before we come to the end of Power BI, don't mind me. So if you have a Microsoft 365 or you actually have a paid version of for Microsoft, as long as you are signed in, like I said earlier, you are signed in, you can always publish your dashboard online in case after just getting a snapshot of this, I can actually always download this as a PDF file. I can download it as a PDF. Let me generate the PDF format for this. So this is the PDF. I can always share this with people, but the limitation of this is that it is static. People cannot play around with it. They can't drill through it. They can't filter, do everything. So that is the limitation of you sharing the PDF formats. But if you want people to be able to like play around with it and do every other necessary filtering and all that's supposed to be done, you can just come to publish here as long as you are signed in. Let me just use that word signed in. As long as you are signed in, your name is showing here. You can just click on publish from here. Yeah, my dashboard is not saved, so I need to save it first. Save as. Let's save it on desktop so I can easily find that. I'll pick Datakliq HR. So I can just save it. So if I want to publish to the web, let me actually go back home so you guys can see very well because that is happening right now. So I already have my dashboard saved and the last save is right now 4:21 p.m. So I can always publish online so that people can have access to play around with it. So there's on inside your Power BI service where I am publishing to right now. At the beginning we told you we have Power BI desktop, Power BI mobile, Power BI service. What we have been working on with so far is Power BI desktop. So right now I just want to publish this to my Power BI service. So in your Power BI service, you would have created a lot of workspaces. So let me just, for now, I don't really have much workspaces, or I don't even have any workspaces in my Power BI service. So I'm just going to click on Power BI workspace and click on select. So from here, it's going to like publish my work to Power BI service. So let's wait for it. So I want to open it. I want to see it. So the Power BI service is web-based. It is not desktop application like this. It is web-based. So automatically, when you are in Power BI service, you are automatically in Fabric, Microsoft Fabric. Let me push it again. Interesting thing. Okay. I think there's something happening right now. That is beyond my control. But usually, okay, let me just do that. Let me check my workspace actually to see if it's actually there or not. It's not there actually. It's not there. But usually, the way it is when you push online, let me try to use this if it's actually going to work. So when you push online, it usually comes like this. So everything you've created in your Power BI desktop is going to come here like this. So you can always walk around with it as well, just the way it is. So you just do a copy link. So when I do copy link, so when you copy this link, you can always share this link with people. You copy. Let me confirm it as copied actually. Yeah, I guess so. People can always get this link to play around with. So when you get that link, loading. So that your link that you get while you push your work to Power BI service, we give people access to be able to like interact with your data visualization, your dashboard. People can easily interact with it and check what you've done instead of the where's that PDF here? Instead of just this static PDF. You can always publish your work on the website on the web, so people can easily work with it. I really don't know what is happening right now while mine is not showing on the web. So you can always publish from here as long as you can say publish this report online in the Power BI service. So you can always do that. And that is the end of today's class. Do we have any questions? I've taken you guys' time so much. I'm so sorry for that. Do we have any questions before we actually call it a day? Chedva, please go ahead. Tochukwu.
Okay, good afternoon, Esther.
Good
Hello, can
afternoon.
you hear me?
Yes,
Okay,
I can hear you.
thank you. Okay, and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for the class. My question has to do with like when you're working in real life scenario, assuming as a
Okay.
data analyst and you are contracted by an HR company to analyze
Mhm.
their data, and you get this attrition rate of 16%, for example. Now, is it
Yeah.
your duty to do your research to see if that attrition rate is high in respect to the industry standards, or you just present your data like that then for them to come up with whatever conclusion they want to come up with? I don't know if you understand the
So,
question.
if I understand your question, as a consultant, it's not as if you are the HR person, right? You will have to ask them what their expected attrition rate is, or if they have a limit, if they have something they actually work with, because you are just a consultant. But if you are the HR person, I believe your company definitely has a rule that when the attrition rate raises, which is 10%, then you should be worrying why people are actually leaving the company or the organization. So every organization have their rates they are working with. So as a consultant, if you are not the HR, you need to ask them what their attrition rate is. So you need to let them know if they should be worrying or not. Has that answered your question?
Yes, definitely. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. I Chedva. Person next one. Okay, Kirabo. I
Yeah, thank you very much, Esther. I would like to know how you grouped the donut charts together under one title.
Okay, so I just created a new title actually. So you just want to insert, and you just get a text box, right? You're talking about this title here, right?
I'm asking how you grouped all the 5 donut charts together under one title.
Okay, so this title here is just a text that I actually created because I know that this title here is actually speaking to these 5 donuts charts here, because if I add this title for this place and for each of them, the visual will not be looking good. So I actually did that before. So I saw that the visual was not looking so good. So I just had to like create a new text box. Let me just do that again. It's not that hard. Something I can easily do. Do it. No. Resource name. So you can just come here, come to insert, get a new text box, just write attrition, I'm not able to remember, attrition rates by gender for age group. So just stretch this out, again. Here, so I can just move it here. So that was how I got one. So I can just come here, then format my text. Sorry, I mistakenly deleted it. Social rates by gender and age group. So I can just increase my text to maybe 20, center align it, and that is all. Does this answer your question?
Yes, please. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Is there any question? Okay, I guess that's all. So I've stopped sharing my screen. Also let me stop the recording so the recording doesn't look so long and scare people off. So thank you all. Thank you.